And so happy that they chose the classic Thomas the Tank Engine theme song instead of the one from season 8 onwards, because the classic one's just iconic. Easily. Hey guys, it's Gum here, and we are back for Train Sim World 5 Thomas and Friends. Yeah, last time we did the tutorials and did Thomas's arrival and the devious teaser, and this time we will be continuing and doing confusion and delay. And wait, yeah, okay, I did select the correct one.
Confusion and delay. A few hours later, Thomas awoke, tired but excited for the day ahead. He looked all around the station and took in all the new sights and sounds in front of him. He then spoke to Annie and Clarabelle. Morning, Annie. Morning, Clarabelle. But there was no reply. Thomas looked over and realized his friends were no longer beside him. Annie? Clarabelle? Where are you? He suddenly heard a chorus of voices from a nearby siding. Thomas! Bust my buffers, he cried. How did you get over there? Don't worry, I'm coming to get you.
I think Thomas's facial expression would change more there, like him being a little more shocked. But yeah, well. And so better get over there and get Annie and Clarabelle out of there. But speaking of like the season 8 intro, I think it was revealed at the Audrey Extravaganza 5 that originally the season 8 intro was gonna be more faithful to the classic intro of Thomas passing the windmill. Instead of him passing like a different windmill on a curved part of his branch line, on a curved track of his branch line, then passing the watermill and under the intro bridge. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't looked too far into that, but that's what I've heard, that they were originally planning on doing that. And yeah, I'm not sure if they would have did a remix of the original Thomas theme song, or did I still did the engine roll call instrumental. But and well, yeah, I don't hate the engine roll call one. Yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, but I don't hate it. Yeah, it's still pretty memorable, and admittedly a little catchy. But not as catchy as like the iconic as the original by Mike and Jr. I think the engine roll call once was composed by Ed Welch, I believe. I know it wasn't Robert Hartshorn who took over as composer. So starting in season 8 all the way until Great Race, until I think Lost Treasure, sure, / season 19. Because starting with the Great Race in season 20, it was by someone else. I think it was Chris Renshaw. Well, yeah, I think it is, and he did the music for like the rest of the original show. And I don't know. I don't think he did any of the music in All Engines Go. Right. I don't want you two, Annie and Clarabelle, coupled up here. And but yeah, the Audrey extravaganzas, I never gone to any of them. Ironically, here the fifth one that they did this year was the weekend of my birthday, which, yeah, I think I mentioned that in a previous video already, but yeah, I don't, there's too much to say on them except, hey, it's an event where kind of celebrating Thomas that takes place in, I think on the Towie Clinton Railway, and yeah, and throughout though, each of those they revealed some new information about the franchise in a certain way, like more info on the Railway series, there's like some events that weren't revealed before, and maybe even a couple other things as well. Like I'll definitely have to look more into it, into the Audrey extravaganzas, and who knows when they'll do another one. Definitely won't be for a long time. Maybe I could see them doing it for like in 5 years stuff for the 85th anniversary, and oh shoot, dude, need to make sure the signal's not red so I can go. So I almost forgot about that. but yeah, and and of course, yeah, if I wanted to go any of those Audrey extravaganzas, I would have to be traveling out to Europe, up to the UK to get for them. And I know it's funny because I was like, earlier this year I was originally planning a trip for my friends, but we couldn't do it this year because most of them were just in like a transitional period where it just wouldn't work financially. But they did talk about one for next year, and one of the ideas they suggested was going to the UK because of all the railroads there, and yeah, I mean,
the track is clear now, so we can go and collect Annie and Clarabelle.
And yeah, I mean, like, that does sound like fun to do. Which I wouldn't be opposed to doing that, honestly, but I think I'd rather start off with something that rather do in this country before I venture out that far. Because I mean, I definitely have been outside of the continent before, like on a Disney cruise a couple times. So I mean, I don't know if that really, if you consider that counting, like, so get down to like the Bahamas. So, I don't know if that really does count. I mean, it's definitely off the mainland, I can tell you that. But, yeah. Like, is it really necessary for us to go all the way out here just to where the waypoint's telling us to, and then backing up? It does seem like a little too much, if you ask me, but oh well. But yeah, I haven't mentioned to them yet, but hey, maybe on like another trip we could do, like sometime after the one day, sometime afterwards we could take a trip to the UK. But yeah, trip that I suggested instead to go to, they suggested going like to Las Vegas, which yeah, sounds like fun to go there. And I even threw an idea saying, hey, why don't we also go to Disneyland, and that worked even better because well, we could just spend like some time there, a few days there, then take a train over to Las Vegas. So yeah, so that's the plan at least, and I don't know if I'll really vlog it because I haven't really done vlogs in years and kind of gotten out of that, but I might shoot a couple YouTube shorts of it, and even take some pictures and to make a community post about them. But yeah, another idea they even suggested was taking a trip to Japan, which, oh boy, that's like what I don't know what's further away. Japan or the UK. I don't know. I feel like Japan's even further away because the Pacific Ocean's bigger than the Atlantic Ocean, but maybe it's just me. And then, there we go. Got Annie and Clarabelle.
Hello, you two. It's good to see you're both okay. How did you get here? We don't know, Thomas, cried Annie. Perhaps an engine from this railway put us here, thinking we were just ordinary coaches.
Well,
that is strange, said Thomas. Maybe it was by accident.
No, it wasn't.
But we can't stand here all day, he added. We still have a lot to do before the special event tonight. And now we're running late, so we need to hurry.
Yes, indeed, but we need to step on it and go, but can't floor it, because safety is our first concern, so we don't derail. No, but yeah, getting Annie and Club out there instead of signing them up to be trapped in there was way easier than what we were doing with Diesel. But if it were up to me to bring some characters into this, what would I choose? Because I definitely have Thomas in there, but I wouldn't really choose Diesel. But I get the idea, the point of what they're doing here. But and yeah, but I would definitely have like the entire Steam team in there. Thomas, Percy, James, Henry, Gordon, and Toby, and Emily. I definitely have all those 8 in there, and even like some. They even come with like special coaches they can come with. It's like kind of like a similar way to like Tony Playwell. Like Thomas could come with Fanny and Clarabelle, Percy could come with the mail train here. I guess James could come with like the like the red coaches that are like Annie and Clarabelle, but they're red. And don't have faces. And then obviously Lady Express coaches. Just the blue ones. Yeah. No, not blue, with the green ones. Yeah, Toby, Henrietta, and maybe even a few troublesome trucks here. Henry, come on, you got the Flying Kipper, and Edwards also some freight cars, and got Emily for her 2 mega coaches that she got at the beginning of at the end of her first episode. And to be fair, there is even more rolling stock here, so could have like a whole bunch of duplicates of that, but yeah, that was just rolling stock. So yeah, and one thing I could have done is tried to put Thomas on the turntable and turn him around, but I didn't make him pull the train backwards.
Thomas arrived at the platform, and the passengers began to climb aboard Annie and Clarabelle. As he was waiting, Mr. Peters walked up and greeted him warmly. Morning, Thomas. I hope you and your coaches are feeling well rested and ready for work. Good morning, Mr. Peters, sir, smiled Thomas. We certainly are, and we're looking forward to starting our journey. I'm sorry we're running a little late this morning. That's all right, Thomas, said Mr. Peters kindly. Just make sure you try and make up for the lost time. I'll try, sir, puffed Thomas. Mr. Peters smiled. That's a good engine, he said. Our passengers are our top priority here on the West Somerset Railway, and we must do everything we can to ensure that they all have a wonderful time. Don't worry, sir. We'll make sure they all have a great time. That's what I like to hear, continued Mr. Peters. It looks like you're almost ready to go. But I'll be sure to come and find you later and see how you're getting on. And with that, he turned and walked away to attend to other things. Thomas was still waiting for the last of the passengers to get on board, and he was eager to set off. Luckily, he didn't have to wait for long. It looks like everyone's on board, called Clarabelle. We're ready to go now, Thomas, said Annie. That's good, puffed Thomas. Let's get going and see if we can make up for lost time.
Did anyone notice that my driver was clipping through Thomas during that cutscene? Yeah, that's just like an error that happens. Like if you don't stop in the correct place, the driver will just be standing in like inside Thomas or even in front of him or something. So it's pretty funny.
Diesel and the fireworks. Meanwhile, Diesel was thinking of more ways he could get Thomas into trouble. As he approached Willerton Station, he saw the station master talking to one of the passengers. He was telling them about the fireworks that was going to be held at the party later that night. Diesel kept listening until he suddenly noticed a particular line of trucks waiting in the siding. They were waiting for Thomas to collect them and take them to the party. Diesel eyed the trucks with interest, and a devious idea came to him. If Mr. Peters thinks Thomas is so special, let's see how he feels when his precious fireworks train is misplaced, he said slyly to himself. So when the coast was clear, Diesel made his way over to the siding to collect the fireworks train and began to put his plan into action.
And honestly, this is my least favorite mission, chapter of the story in Thomas here. Not because it's long or anything, but rather because it's just so easy to mess up. Because for some reason the signals, when they are set to red, they last for much longer than they should. At least that's what I feel. Because comparing to like the previous two missions, you don't wait that long for them, but ones like these, you have to wait a little longer for them. And I kept failing on this like several times. Well, at points where I was just dropping it at certain points, I was like, I'll just come back another time. And one signal, and yeah, look, you can see the light behind it's also red. And movement. Okay, well that one I guess is fine. But yeah, I guess that one's fine, but almost where it's probably just a little broken. I guess that's something they forgot. They probably just forgot to add the animation of the signal changing or something. But yeah, that's all I can really assume. And we gotta buffer up to these cars here and. Oh, I forgot to switch the points. What's wrong with me? But strange. It was like it was showing the. And I passed a freaking danger signal. What? So stupid there. When. Oh, right. I can. Since I already completed it, I don't need to Yeah, since I already completed it, Yeah, but. Now we gotta watch the cutscene again.
And the fireworks.
And boy. Okay, I'm just about back to where we were here. And very unfortunate things that it takes you back to like the opening cutscene of the chapter, and there's no way to skip it, unfortunately. Now, to be fair, you can actually save state doing this here, so you're not forced to start all the way over. You can choose to save state if you want. It's not like you're forced to, but I'm wanting to try at least do it without save stating, because I did save state last time I did this here. And right, I need to change the switch point. Actually, they're already switched because you're not touching the tracks there. Means I can puff up there. And couple onto the cars. And yeah, and uncouple this car here, and so if you look in the side, each car has a letter, and it says fireworks, and even on the other side, if you look here, it's what? What happened there? I didn't even press anything. What even happened there? I didn't even press anything, and it just ended itself. What was up with that?
And the fireworks.
What the fuck? Man, and I don't even know how that happened there. Okay, back here once again, at least close to it, and I don't understand how that happened. I didn't even press any buttons here. It just spazzed out and everything crashed. I don't know. Well, I'm just gonna grab all the cars and then grab what I need and just pull out of there before something else happens. Window said, but yeah, on this side it says, yeah, the letters on the side, and they say fireworks, and see, and even on like the other side, as you can see, the letters are like flipped around, so like on this side because like on this side it says fireworks are on that side, but on the other side, yeah, on the other side it said like that. It says it like that, but like now it just says firework here, there, and it says works. Well, on this side it says firework, and it says orcs there. But yeah, that there. Wanting to now to back out here. And yeah, and even on this one here, when I was over there for the first time, I didn't see the signal change, but I heard the sound there, so that does, I guess, confirm that they did forget to put the animation in of the signal changing for that one, so that does confirm it. And I think they would have updated in like a patch or something, but I guess not. Yeah, see, look, that time it changed. And when before it didn't. And yeah, you can even see on like the side here that the light is in there changes, and it's not just from the lens. there when don't know if that's how signals were supposed to work through colors, because the idea is that's supposed to be a colored lens that showed the color of the light going through. Yeah, but anyway, let's just take this nice and slow here and but yeah, out of all the chapters here, this one I am definitely ranked. This one's definitely my least favorite because of how easy it is just to screw up because of all the signals and saying that hey, you passed the danger signal. So of course I've done this quite a few times where I am aware of them. So okay, so I have to know. Okay, pay attention to the signal so I know it's safe to go. There. Some couple U. I didn't even need to be that close. And we back on out. At least like when you're just backing out all the way here, for the most part, the points are just. For the most part, it's safe to like go through, and you don't have to worry about signals too much. And there was one little detail I wanted to mention about Diesel here was that in like in the first like I would say first 5, but he really just appeared in 3 of those seasons, or even maybe just 2 of those seasons if I remember correctly. Because see, I think he only just appears in seasons 2 and 3, if I remember correctly. Okay, there, but yeah, the side rods here were gray in that, but after Magic Railroad, or like from season 6 onwards, they were painted black for some reason. Guess to make him blend in a little better with his wheels, but the gray ones definitely stick out more and easier to tell, but oh well. Well, not sure why they changed that though. That was the thing. And oh well, just a tiny little detail that sure you probably would have never noticed before. Like even I have never did it real before. And yeah, set lights up on the roof here where, when really it should just be down in here when. The crazy thing is that you can see there are lights there on his bottom part there, but the only working one is up top here because that's how his headlight was depicted in the CGI series, at least like the second half of it. Because before he had it wasn't always up there because up there we would have had that would have been his head coat. Oh, the light up there was his head coat, and it's essentially he has the ordinary passenger head coat or branch line head coat for some reason, instead of it being down in the middle between them. But oh well, they weren't really consistent with the head coats in the show for the most part. I mean, you do get the occasional correct ones, but yeah, for the most part, they would either have the light on top or light on the, I guess, left side, depending on how you look at them. Because from this angle, it's from the left. If I went from here, it would be from the right. What, you're not gonna change? I mean, I didn't hear the sound. So. But yeah, I like just staying here for like a little bit, and if it just does it for, and if you're just waiting here for like, if I'm just waiting here for like a longer than like, I don't know, I guess 10 or 15 seconds, then I'm just gonna go for it. Because there's no way that a signal would stay red for that long. Well, maybe in real life. You're kidding me, it just didn't change. Ah, man. Worst part is now I have to redo all of that. And, well, it just wouldn't change at all. What is with that? Oh, man.